Peace, y'all. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? We working on a Sunday, 7 days a week. It's something. Whether it's a little bit or whether it's a lot, it's something that we're doing, right? Hope y'all had a good weekend. I'm just writing in this to give you this link. Comment the word bootcamp to join the class this Thursday. This Thursday we got our tax deed bootcamp class kicking off. Comment the word bootcamp to attend that class. Use link to join. All right, and we can talk about a little bit what you could expect on Thursday. What you could expect. Tax deed boot camp. Let's just dive all into that. Tax deed investing. We call that entry investing, right? For new investors, right? That want to test the waters, that want to get involved. Why do we recommend that you start with tax deed investing? Because it allows you to start where your budget is, right? You don't have a huge budget. You don't have deep pockets. Tax deed is the perfect place for you to explore the land world because we identified some conducive financial places for you to get started, right? By no means is this is a cheap space. You'll be forced to believe that. So we're not saying that it's entry level because we're shorting you. We're just saying that we've identified places that will allow you to get started at some reasonable prices that working people may or may not have. $1,500 for land, $2,000 for land, $2,500 for land. And naturally, it goes up, right? It goes up into the millions, depending on the county that you're playing at. So we want to get culturally our people involved. Culturally, we want to introduce you to this space. So if you don't have a huge budget and you're not ready to deal with acres, you're not ready to deal with a 5-acre property, 10-acre property, and things of that sort, we say start there. So that's why we do this boot camp. This boot camp on Thursday will show you how to set your business up to be a tax deed investor. We'll show you the ropes from the ground up, the foundation of the things that should be going on. We'll introduce to you the resources that we use that allow us to virtually invest, that allow us to be everywhere but nowhere, how we sit back home in our shorts in front of a computer and invest, right? We'll show you all of those things. The last boot camp, see, the boot camp thing wasn't supposed to be a thing. We were just having a class, and that was supposed to be a one-off. But the last boot camp went so well that we got a bunch of messages and a bunch of people asking, when are you doing another one? Could you run that one back? I wasn't able to make it. So we heard what the people was requesting, and here we are with another one. We're looking to do another boot camp this Thursday to get you started, right? This is not for people that may have experience in land investing. This is for new people that don't have experience, right? So I always say, get behind closed doors, get in those rooms, because you never know what's going to happen behind closed doors. We will be giving away a free course that night as well. Free course will be given away that night for those that attend the boot camp. So now, not only will I show you the ropes on how to get started as a tax deed investor, somebody's going to get a free course. What does that free course look like? That looks like further education, plus you'll be getting some tax deed places to invest in that we've personally invested in ourselves, that we've personally trained on, and you'll get the whole thing for that one lucky person that wins the course. But you got to get yourself in the room, all right? She said, I will be present. That's right. I know you will be. That's right. Make sure, claim your spot, get yourself in there, and expect, I'll tell you now, carve out at least 2 hours. We try to get in and out and within 2 hours. We don't want to hold you all night, but we should be able to convey whatever we need to convey to you within 2 hours. Last class went about 2 hours and 5 minutes. So carve out 2 hours of time Thursday night. We start on time at 7 p.m. We'll go to about 9 p.m. And trust me, it'll be it'll be worth it. Trust me. If you have interest in this. All right. What else is going on? try not to do too much today. So as far as work, I mean, I've done something outside of this, but as far as Acre Boys work, that's going to be Eastern Standard Time. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when we'll be starting. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bring a friend too. Bring somebody that you want to see win, right? Share the knowledge. But today, took it easy. Took it easy. Took it easy today. Gearing up tomorrow. Some people might have heard me say this. We're in the mix of coming out with a new podcast. So did some brainstorming for that. The link, somebody's asking for the link. The link is in the comments. The link is in the comments. I just dropped it again in the comments. If you're on YouTube, the link is in the comments. If you're on Facebook, you can see the links in the comments as well. If not, Facebook, you can comment Bootcamp and it will be sent to your DM. If you're on Instagram, you have to comment the word DM, or you may see the link on the screen that says tax deed training. Those are the ways that you can get it on Instagram. So here's the truth in all transparency. When we do these bootcamp classes, I'd be expecting, and for us to have a house of 500 to 1,000 people. My last class, I didn't have 500 to 1,000 people there. We had a nice turnout, but I didn't have that many people there. That's how many people I feel should be there, right? And the reason that I say that is because I'm from the culture. I know all about the culture, and we need to give ourselves more opportunities to win. Personally, you need to give yourself more opportunities to win. How many people went to the Jay-Z concert? How many people went to the Usher and Chris Brown concert, right? Sold out shows, back to back, sold out shows. And this may not be a popular opinion, but I'm going to say it anyway. Entertainment leads us culturally. I'm not mad at that. I come from that. All right. I'm not mad at that. I'm just saying, where's the balance? And how much more do you need to be entertained? What's the ROI besides a good time on that ticket, is what I'm saying. Does that help you pay your bills? Did it help you pay your child's tuition? Did it put food on the table? Or did it do the opposite? I'm just posing questions. And there's nothing wrong with going out and having a good time. It truly is not. We all want to go out and have a good time. I'm just saying we need to start having a balance, right? Now, if you're ahead of the curve, knock your socks off. If you're ahead of the curve, right? Most of us, we put ourselves in debt to do some of these things. We rob Peter to pay Paul to make sure we get to the concert, because it doesn't stop at the ticket. I'm in the culture. I'm from the culture. I'm of the culture. It doesn't stop at the ticket price. Y'all know y'all got to show up and show out. Fellas got to go get a new outfit, got to get a new haircut. Ladies got to get nails, hair, makeup, everything else done. So you'll spend a big bag on something that has no ROI besides a good time. So when I say let me introduce you to something that is tangible, that could actually bring in some money to you if put to use, that's why I be saying, see, when you say this, right? I know us like the back of our hand. When I say this, there's a set group of people that say, "Oh, well, you just want people to come and pay for your class and stuff your pockets." Well, I say to that, the same way Jay-Z got on stage and he wanted to be compensated, I want to be compensated when I'm on stage. That's what I say to that, right? So yes, I do want to be compensated. And yes, the better off that I am, the more we can go out and attempt to provide, right? That's just the cold. That's just the cold hard facts, right? But in return, I do give a lot. I study my ass off to make sure what we're giving is something that you could use. And in fact, The studying is an accumulation of what my experiences have been over the last 10 years. So it's not like I'm teaching a class on Thursday and I'm studying on Wednesday so I can say something intelligent Thursday. No, I'm speaking from something that I physically have done, and it has worked for me. So I don't have to go out and study to teach you this, because it's something that I've done. It's something that I continue to do. It's something that I've been teaching for the last 4 years. And if it worked for me, and if it has worked for the other students in the class that have taken the class, it, in theory, should work for you. So that's why I say that. We need to start having tough conversations. Nobody want to hear that shit when I start saying, don't go to the concert. I ain't saying don't go to the concert. That's not what I said. In fact, I'm not saying don't go to the concert. I'm just saying it needs to be some type of balance. My opinion. And my opinion matters in my world. So I'm just looking for like-minded people, people that's on the same frequency for me. That's called finding your tribe. Because I do recognize that I know how we think. See, your tribe is probably everything out there that probably not conducive to growth. I hope that's not your tribe. But culturally, what leads us? Music. Let's just call it what it is. Our culture, our music, unless you're listening to gospel, unless you're listening R&B, but at the forefront of what they're pumping to us, it's a bad message. Stop me when I'm lying. And I'm from music. I don't talk about it. I don't care to talk about it. But I was in that world 12 years, had a major record deal, been on tours, all of that. Sold records, 5 videos on MTV. I know that world like the back of my hand. I'm wise enough to be real with myself and my audience. So these days, how did I become this land guy and with the whole Acre Boys thing? Well, that took time. It took flush. I had to put it down. I had to stop doing any music to focus on this. That's why I always say you have to have a radical shift in your mindset to get to where you're trying to get to. This didn't just happen by coincidence that I'm on this live even talking to you this day. Just didn't happen. Right? You know how hard is it to get the people, us, to hold your attention? You know how hard is it to get you to come out of your pocket for something educational? Do you think that was always these days? Yes, because I built up trust with you, the people, the audience. We built up trust. Not easy to say, give me any amount of money to come and be taught anything. This is how I want you to test this. If you think it's easy, go sell a product and see how easy it is to sell. Go create a course, go create a product, and see with who you are and whatever your reputation is. If it's not in line with what your previous reputation is, see how hard it is to sell it. So these days, what I'm doing now, I've built up trust. There's a lot of time on the clock, and you can't pull a wool over people's head. You can see and hear the conviction that I speak with. You spend enough time with me socially, eventually you'll start to say, I want to hear more about that. It takes us time on the clock for us to make decisions. How do I know that? Because now I've been teaching for 4 years, and people have been following for 2 years, 3 years, and still haven't made a decision if we're for them or not. That's fine, because everybody, their time comes when it's supposed to come. But I say that to say, within those 2-3 years that they have been following, all 3 years we've been moving with integrity. You don't find bad write-ups about us. Everybody might not be 100% pleased with what we do, and that's okay. But I ain't filing nobody, is what I'm saying. I don't have to be liked by everybody. I'm fine with that. But morally, we've done things the right way. Comment the word bootcamp. If you're on Instagram, comment the word bootcamp. Come spend some time with us on Thursday. Promise you it'll be a really, really good class. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, I'll drop the link one more time in the chat. You can use that link to get signed up. And we continue to grow. We continue to build. We got podcasts coming out next, right? I've let some things out there. I won't talk about things. Like when you start talking about things that haven't happened yet, sometimes I feel like you may be jinxing it. So I was going to tell you something that I think, right, should happen, but let me just let it happen first. And then once it's solidified, we'll make an announcement about it. But it's big. It got something to do potentially, with some TV things. So keep it under wraps for now. But podcasts, we are working on podcasts. This it's just more. It's like more fuel added to the fire. Takes a lot of output for a little bit of input. And I want my classes to continue to grow. I want to continue to bring new people in. Why? Because I want to invest with you. I want to teach you to invest. So at some point we can begin to invest with each other. Right? Things have been working out for us. I got my a builder crew, that construction crew, should I say. We have our own construction crew now. We're headed into the building phase. Super excited about that. Most people don't know that about me. Like, we're land guys, but I've always wanted to build new houses and things like that. So here we are. We're in that space. It took some time, and it took longer than I wanted to get to that space. And that's just because you're trying to perfect what we built with the program and the course and all of that thing, and helping other people. So time goes really quick, but we are here now. So super excited about that. We will cover every step of the way, because I want you to take the journey, and I want you to see that it could be you as well. Everything that we do, I want you to envision yourself being that or doing the same thing. Because I don't claim to be a genius. I just claim to be someone that, what's the word that I want to use? I got this no quit thing in me. I don't know how to do that. Right? And like, this is all us putting ourselves out there. We don't have it's like we don't got we got some mentors that we pay to teach us how to do land, but as far as business and all that, it's just time on the clock. We you're seeing it in live as it happens, and we correct it as we make mistakes, because we're not perfect. So that's why I say, whatever you see me say that I'm doing, you can do. I didn't say it was going to be easy, but whatever you've seen us done or do, you can do. That's what I'm saying. If you see me mention that I bought 100 acres, you can do it. If you see me say I made X amount of dollars, you can do it. If you see me on somebody's TV show, you can be there. It just take a plan and put the work in. It's all the same thing. Land investing, business, it's all the same thing. Put a plan together and put the work in, and don't come off it. The reason why I mentioned the concert is because it's going to be hard. If you're not an entertainer and you're still like placing all your time into the entertainment world, it's probably affecting you on this side from what you're trying to get done. What I've noticed over the years of me doing this is something called hyper focus. It needs to be there. You need to hyper focus on what your goals are. Are you going to fall short? Or are you going to take a long time on your journey or your path getting there? You need to have a hyper focus. And that's why I said you got to put everything else down. What's the focus? What are we really trying to get accomplished? Only thing that's guaranteed is that the time is going to go by. Don't miss the boot camp class on Thursday, because I don't know when we're going to do another one. We was only supposed to do one. The people asked for us to run it back, so we obliged. Here we are. Don't miss the class on Thursday if any of this interests you. That's what I'm saying. The time is going to go by. The auctions are going to happen. Somebody is going to gain from tax deed investing. Will it be you? I want it to be you. The best auction in this space is coming up in about another month and a half. I'm not going to tell you. So you want me to tell you which auction is it? No, come find out. So really, it's in my opinion, should I say, it's the best auction that they have all year, especially for new people. And I tell you why this particular auction is so good. It's so good because most auctions, all auctions, in fact, have what they call caveat emptor, which simply means buyer beware, means buy at your own risk, because auctions will sell you whatever's on their books, whatever's in inventory. It could be landlocked property. It could be a hole in the ground. They'll sell you whatever's in the inventory. If you buy it, then you buy it, right? But this particular auction, I've never seen auctions do what they do. They have an annual auction once a year. Once a year, they send out inspectors to go view every property that comes into the auction, and they give a write-up of what they see or what they saw once they evaluated the properties. Now, they don't tell you that, take my word for it, you should buy this one or you don't buy this one. They'll just give you what the evaluation is. If it was wet, they'll say this property was wet. I don't think it's buildable on this side. They'll say if it had a huge hole in it, they'll say it had a hole 50 feet in once you started to walk through the property. And we've been dealing with the auction for the past 4 years, 5 years, matter of fact, maybe 6 years. And I've come to find out that their assessments, they're accurate. So how sweet is that? That you have now. With that said, I always tell my students, still do your own homework. You don't ever, this is your money. You don't want to just take somebody's word, even though they've been pretty accurate through the years. Always do your own homework. All right. So this is what I'm saying. Get involved for the win. Position yourself to win. And that's how we win. And then tax deed investing, which we said is entry level, then you go on to start doing bigger deals. 2 acres here, 5 acres here, 10 acres here, 30 acres there. Hopefully you get to the point to where you start building your own family compounds and you start developing land yourself. We got a new product that I'm introducing to the community where I'll leave that alone, because let's just stay on the tax deed investing. All right, y'all. I gotta cut out. I got some calls to make. But comment the word boot camp, right? Comment the word boot camp. I want to pack this room out Thursday, regardless of who shows up. I'll be there, regardless of who shows up. We will be teaching to the best of our ability, and those that do show up will be in for a treat. You'll learn a lot. All right. So last call. Bar is closing. Comment boot camp. If you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, the link is in the comments. If you're on Instagram, you can comment boot camp and it'll fire off and come to your DM. All right. Peace, love. Enjoy the rest of this one.